Hey Leo, Sun Rising Venus and North Node. I hope and pray all is well with you, and welcome to your June 2026 tarot message. I'm going to be filming on a different camera, but for your quantum codes, the first one that you guys got was for ease in interpreting group social dynamics and how to navigate them. It's 31 space 76 space 981. And it got the clarification that there's a lot that's going to be happening or being ensued this month that relates to it. And there's a lot of things that are going to be coming in when it comes to momentum, forward movement, you looking forward to the future, but also you have this energy of time ticking, okay? Because there's somebody who wanted you worried out of spite. I'm getting the name Angelique. I don't know what that has anything to do with, but there's something here about an energy that has a really bad jealousy tendency, and they badmouth people when in reality they may have like falsified you as their bully or some shit. It's really weird, but you weren't. You actually were like good to this person, but they had a lot of paranoia about who was good to them and who wasn't. And like, let's say you found out some information about something that was heavy or grieving, because this is clarified by the 10 of Wands as the next card. It shows that this person may have tried to do something instilling that you may have been harmful when you weren't. And to help with that, I'm assuming here, it seemed, for memories to erase of what is not right for you, for what brings you down, 56 space 11 space 213. Anyway, you have for willpower, 35 space 42 space 888. This is going to help you with support and moving forward when it comes to manifestation, because you had something that was literally trying to get in your way with tyranny, when in reality this person was probably going through a lot and you helped with a heavy load, and they were burdened by something that wanted to cause them stress. Really weird. But anyway, move on, because I feel like this person here has been through so much that they create a lot of lies out of spite to whoever this person may be for you. For those who are overwhelmed and feel everything coming at them all at once, or from all directions at once here, it says that the quantum code is 51 space 56 space 321. And I had like some other quantum codes that I found and came up with too, and then also some ones that I saw that I had written down, and they're really dope. Like, they work. And when I say like I've been seeing immediate effects that are like heavily like profound, that aren't harmful at all, like I've really been impressed. And it's rare for me to get impressed by things, because sometimes when you don't have like things that work for you, like let's say for example you might not feel like you have all of what you need or sustainability. I started working with some sigils like on my own, creating my own, that really worked for me, and I found a lot of like good effects, right? And then afterwards, when I started implementing like some different grab-a-void codes, I really felt like it was a whole lot better then. I felt like it was giving me what I really needed all combined together. So, you know, it works out really well. I'm sorry for that crazy shuffle, but you know, when you got the thickies and you have combined decks together, I have the Modern Tarot and Biblical Tarot. I wanted to see if it had this is going to be in the upright, even though it came out kind of falling out in the reverse. Whenever those fall out, I always accept them in the upright for a reason that sometimes when they fall out in the reverse, it's not actually the truth. And this one is saying it isn't the truth, unless it tells me the opposite. You have the Four of Chalices that comes through. So I feel like you're recovering again from some sort of other energy that had anger towards you overall, even if it isn't like the name that I said, because I don't want it to be just specified to one person, because I don't know who it's talking about specifically. But with the Five of Feathers here and the Five of Chalices right after it, there is some sort of debt that incurred to you. And so whatever this was, it's like you received wrongful grief, the Hanged Man, and then the Three of Feathers. Okay, so just be mindful of this energy, because there's something here about it being like a sacrificial lamb to a degree. And it's like when there were people who were placed in unique ways or directions or forms in order to have things happen to them. sometimes even merciful ways in which people were able to recover themselves is coming through here. It's going to be really important for you, Leo, coming up, because you have the Three of Cups here with death in the reverse, which is talking about revitalization. This is talking about we don't just thrive, we survive, all right? So there's going to be something here where you're coming out of survivalist mode and you've already been in this process, right? But it's going to come in a different dynamic when it comes to your self-confidence and dealing with personal issues that may have related to friendship building, love, relationship, and commitment building here, your efforts and how they relate to you. I feel like what you put in is what you get out is what's going to be happening and really profound around the 7th through the 13th. I didn't even remember the 13 there. But just be very mindful here because 33 and above is very significant in age with this. Some of you guys, you could have just had some sort of issue where you felt like you relapsed in some way, shape, or form. But it's because you're in an exciting period, okay? And there could have been something here that you wanted to do in moderation, or you just wanted to have the proper help so that you could moderate. And I feel like somebody here, I'm hearing, hey, sister, so, sister, go, sister. I don't know if that's the words, but excuse my falsetto voice. I've been kind of using it a whole lot. But with the soul here and the Knight of Feathers energy, there is something here about you having an inhibition here to reawaken or reliven other people's energy with a vigor. And you come out as this champion this month, Leo, in which a lot of people will really adorn and appreciate, admire how you look, how you come off, your fascination with life. And you want people in a grievance manner to note that it's not just the person, the love, the sincerity that you have coming in with the Moon, the Magician, and the Ten of Chalices here. Okay, you're showing in these cards and just in the energy that I'm picking up on that it's beyond that. It's something that's within you that you've reawakened that was hidden. You may feel like you need to journal on it. A journey is very significant, or something here about how you message yourself is really important. Somebody wants to uncomplicate you when it comes to this hermit energy. Maybe this is the energy vibe that you get with people where somebody feels like maybe somebody else should go out a little bit more or get out there more or get more exciting. I feel this energy of like, let's not go back and forth with it. You're probably not wrong. Maybe it's about a Capricorn energy. I was picking up somebody thinking it's about myself with the Three of Wands. I feel better about myself and I'm doing better about myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a relapse mode when it comes to overgiving or oversharing with certain people. You know what I'm saying? I've changed a whole lot. I've changed a ton. But I wasn't out there like how people put me out there. So, you know, that'll affect you sometimes when you notice that kind of enduring about your perception or people and how they perceive you, right? But to clarify these cards, you get this Queen of Pentacles that's letting me know, and the Nine of Pentacles is letting me know that there was a stagnation energy. There's some sort of compromise that you have in your energy all of a sudden. The stagnation energy is more so about like maybe be mindful of like tires. Maybe you need to rotate them a little bit more so there's less complications. There could be something here with somebody tried to mess with it or tried to, there's something with upkeep, right? But let's say, for instance, you do have this Queen of Pentacles energy and the Nine of Pentacles that's coming up and you're focusing on relationships. Maybe you're wanting to know how to handle that. But the Most High is even saying here with these cards that just remember like your capabilities, and just remember that the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana to the Empress. And with this, it talks about this is something that you haven't been doing. Five of Cups, allowing yourself to appreciate lamenting. Look into it, okay? Look into that term lamenting. Because it's healthy. I'll tell you that for sure. It's quite healthy. And it'll help you with brand new beginnings and actually being able to have a favorable compromise, how to transition into being excitable when it comes to these opportunities, these endeavors, and how they come in, how they want to come in for you. And with the Queen of Cups here and how it fell out, there's something here about the dynamic in which somebody has been unsure about how to move forward, and it has something to do with the lack of progression there within yourself, okay? So Leo, if I'm being honest, it's all about you having this totality of self, remembering the mind, the mental here. You lucky star you, right? You're such an aquatic energy, and the way and how you are sensual, and which I'm not saying that you're anywhere of an Aquarius. I'm talking about aquatic, okay? It's a little bit different, but you know, when you have the star that comes out, sometimes people kind of, you know, associate it there when it's not always meant to just be deliberately there, all right? But if you do have those placements in your chart, there might be something that you could admire about yourself, especially if you do have Gemini tendencies too, and you have Aquemini in your connection with yourself. Some of you guys may like outcast a whole lot. I get this vibration here of like, you've been doing a whole lot to do more when it comes to drumlining, dress designing, doing a whole lot when it comes to fabrics, working with florals, implementing them in your routines in some way, shape, or form, finding a way to get connected with nature, because I feel like there's something here about you wanting to elevate yourself. So materials are very important when it comes to that, right? Materials and how you're putting it on your body, what works well for you, but also how you're draping your home. Drapes in your home and curtains. You were saying there was something you wanted to do in your old home and it came to it. Don't forget to remind your ass, I'm not. I just reminded your ass. Somebody said it somewhere about some curtains, somewhere that they forgot to maintenance, or they did it, the upkeep too with it, or you liked it, or you was trying to figure out what the fuck to do with them. It's something with them, the curtains. Is it the curtain rods? Oh, try brass. There's something here. Oh, you've been trying to figure out what the fuck they call nickels and brasses and other ones. And there's ones with sheen and without sheen and things too that you're looking into when it comes to fixtures in your home, around your home too. You're trying to see what works well with brasses. Sometimes they say sterling silvers, things that are more, or chromes are usually better when it comes together with those, if you like the idea or the mix of silver and gold, because I'm seeing somebody here who's like, I like the idea of having a little bit of a brassy tone or a golden tone with some silvers or some other things implemented, or even with gold, like really nice together. People tend to like them. So just be mindful when it comes to that, because it's going to be different in different areas too. There's going to be trends that are quite different. Okay, for example, I'm seeing a lot of tin and silver really like paired with a lot of reds and these wines even, and also wine with gold over in Japan and Tokyo. But you'll see a lot of the other houses, they'll have something that's totally different right now with lace and more sheer opaques. Okay, so when I'm talking about sheer fabrics, I'm talking about right after that you have some opaqueness that's coming in with it. Okay, so be very mindful, because there's going to be some transitions even in homes that you'll see, and it'll work out very well. Don't worry about the scrutiny in which you feel like people will give you, because that energy is kind of false, and it shows a symbol of like where you may be. Sometimes we might be in the middle of a transition while we're doing something, and we like the look of it, like and appreciate the look of something. Okay, it's okay for you to have different things that you implement. It's a fucking color. If, at the end of the day, if you want to consider it that, not just a metal and a material, it can come off as a different color. Okay, let's just be fucking clear. Like, it can be the others too. Okay, it's just like if you're painting it, be mindful. All right, I've seen motherfuckers do it, especially when you go to different countries. All right, these motherfuckers use that stuff that in America they might be like, nah, nigga, don't do that. It's not that healthy. Motherfuckers over in other areas, they do that stuff. Okay, so just know, if you planning to go out the country, across the nation, across the borders, you might fuck around and see something that's very unique, that's eclectic, that may be very well preserved. I'm getting. Leo. Okay, very well preserved, I'm getting. That's going to be really profound and significant. Like you might want to be mindful, like if you have health issues and stuff like that, but just remember, like, you're not supposed to be around certain things. So if they tell you something, just start to back away, step off if you feel like you're uncomfortable, or if you notice that you had a breathing circumstance that happened to you. Because I am seeing something with the apparatus that comes up. I finally get to these cards. So I was thinking of doing something with the soulmate love types of connections and things like that. And this deck is what I wound up coming up with. You guys get a future card, okay? And this one is talking about the future with your soulmate. So this is about asking this question and you answer it. Well, you have your person answer it. They have the option to ask you back or to ask something else, but it's meant to like help you guys to connect really well. What's one romantic gesture or surprise? Hope you, fuck that, let me repeat it. What's one romantic gesture or surprise you hope to experience in the future? Okay, that's really cute to ask one another. Oh, some more from the same deck came out. It didn't even get all freaky and stuff. I even had my dime out just in case we got into the girl says and boy says. But, oh, and the boys came out. And I was like, oh, boys. They like boys and cars and all this other shit. And all of it ensued, right? Because I love that song. That is like my Dandelion song. Don't even fuck with me when it turns on. But anyway, I love that shit. Anyway, then it had the girl, and I was like, are these people trying to suggest it here? And I was like, no, it doesn't seem like that. But at some point in time, somebody may have thought to ask that, or it came up at the beginning, so that may help to confirm a relationship. But what's a skill or a hobby you'd like us to learn or explore together in the future? Is the next one that comes out. I'm here for it. I'm seeing couples together. Hey, fucking. What's a milestone you're excited for us to reach and what makes it meaningful to you? That's the next one that comes out. Okay. Yeah, I got some questions and things to get through. It's like the bottle already. Boop. This one is in Here and Now, Luther Vandross. Somebody, you know they love that shit. At certain hours, you was up late at them hours, listening, watching that shit. What's one thing you hope to look back on and be proud of in our relationship? This came out in the reverse. I feel like this is something where you guys should come up with a rule for the ones that are in the reverse. And I picked it up off the top, but because it was in reverse, I'm gonna honor it. But maybe you come up with your special rule or truth or dare with this one, because I was just messing with my truth or get drunk deck, or be honest or get drunk deck. I don't drink like that. I have my mama Juana. I'm healing from like, it seemed like my throat started messing up slightly and I didn't want to get like a little allergy. But I use it with water. I didn't use the one with the wine. So I mixed it together with some water to clean it out, because you're supposed to clean it too, but if you drink it, it's actually really healthy for you, what you get, with some honey. And that shit's been great. So I've been having a little bit of that. So it's like a tea, what it turns into. It's something I got on my trip on vacation. But come up with some sort of like truth or, honest, be honest, truth or dare kind of thing with it, for the ones in the reverse. But again, the question was, what's one thing you hope to look back on and be proud of in our relationship, but in the reverse? So maybe you're not so good, if we ever get to this point, we need to do this or something like that. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, for an example. Like maybe have like a special protocol repercussion in your relationship to hold each other responsible. I feel like there's something about maturity with it. Because somebody was going to say something that they feel like may be a little bit more childish, but they feel like this is something that they want for the long term, and they're seeing the improvement, a vast majority approval, liking their stuff and what they got going on. 33 on the clock, and it's 3:09, honestly, but I'm breaking it down and dividing and all that. But let's go ahead and see what comes out I finally got to do it. I was so happy I was able to get to that deck. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I have no clue. Let's see what's coming through. If you guys are getting the charming fools or the true lovers. And let's see what comes out for you. Let's see. Ooh. You get a charming fool, the seahorse perspective. So from this deck, the Wild Soul Oracle cards, I'm using this as my charming fools because it fits perfectly with the other deck, charming fools and true lovers, which you see in the back of right here. And this is the Wild Soul, and that's the back of the the box or what have you. But and that's the biblical tarot over there. But yeah, there's something here about some of you. Y'all don't even know y'all be having special animals. Y'all be like, I ain't got that. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You filed your taxes though, and you got special animals and wildlife that you may donate proceeds to. Your ass has got seahorses. I told y'all I had a fucking seahorse, and I promise you I do. It came to me. That motherfucker said, I'm yours, you mine. They picked me. It's like I picked. You never know. They be Hallmark specialing out there. But with perspective here, I feel like there's a divine white light in which you're getting an intuitive connection through and around. And I am feeling called to read a little bit about this one. And you're getting a true lover here, and you get to know and learn more deets. If you guys are together, you're going to be sharing this energy with one another, and you're going to know this about one another, get to know it, explore it. You have number 5, the artist, sensitive and broke. He'll capture your soul, but can't capture a paycheck. There's something about him, and he's an inventor like Belle's daddy, like Belle's pappy, okay? So they probably love like Belle's pappy too. Like, don't fuck with him. Do not fuck with him in the movie. 26, the inventor, brilliant and eccentric. He's got a solution for everything except where he left his keys. Memory may be very important. Where did I put that? Bumping his head a whole lot. Could have had a little bit of a concussion situation, and if not, close to a situation like that. And a near faint. When they were playing football or something like that, or also playing some other sports, but it was really that they felt extremely faint after a football situation. And somebody may have at some point in time, they may have felt the difference in somebody's headgear versus theirs, and it made them feel some type of way a little bit. It's something about it. I don't know. It was like cage bird it was given. But we're going to read on the seahorse in perspective. The overview for this one, I'm not going to necessarily read. I'm going to read the direct, all right? It says, shift your perspective and consider the situation from a different angle. A new viewpoint may reveal solutions or insights you hadn't considered, all right? And the questions, I'm going to just read 1. Am I stuck in a narrow way of thinking? That's something that you may need to ask yourself. Are you stuck in a narrow way of thinking? All right. And for Leo, let's go on and read number 5, the artist from Charming Fools. What he is. The artist sees the world in hues of blue and gold, and when he looks at you, it feels like you're his muse. He'll sketch your portrait in candlelight and write poems about your smile. But when it's his time to pay the rent, his eyes are just as dreamy and unfocused. He's romance personified, but practically isn't his masterpiece. What he represents. This card symbolizes creativity, passion, and vulnerability. The artist invites you to express your deepest self, but remember that while inspiration is priceless, real life comes with a price tag. He lives for beauty, not for balance sheets. How can you reflect? Now it has 3, so I'm going to read all 3 because this one, it had a lot to give. Are you fulfilled by the romance or frustrated by the instability? Number 2, is he truly your muse, or does his dreaminess leave you wanting more security? And be mindful, I'm going to read it with a she. Is she truly your muse, or does her dreaminess leave you wanting more security? Number 3, can you balance his artistic nature with your practical needs. Number 3 with she. Can you balance her artistic nature with your practical needs? Okay. And that's just to be mindful to make sure that the mind is expanding, because we're also being mindful of gender being fluid here, okay? But also respecting the wishes. I wanted to make sure that I did specify, the first time what they did put, okay? Because it's very important. They're saying this is a he, right? So, anything else? I'm supposed to leave y'all with one of these, so I'm going to roll with it, Leo. I had too much energy after taking my medicine. It's been giving me too much energy. And so I'm just rolling with it because I slept a lot yesterday. Like, I woke up like, okay, what time is it? Lunar eclipse came out. Open the door to a higher dimension. So you have a doorway that's coming in, and you have ordered steps. You may even see synchronized numbers, whether it's going in the reverse or upright here, depending on where you are. But opening the door to a higher dimension is saying that you have a higher calling. You may see the Hierophant a lot. Taurus energy could be very important for you to note. I'm also getting here, Aries may be very significant for you, and Libra may be really, really significant for you. I don't know what that's about, and a pondered thought about something. But I'm getting that nevertheless, there's going to be something about you having this defeat of a social climb. Defeat of a social climb. Something about it becomes superficially derogatory. As in, something about it feels subpar. It also feels like a substandard to something else that you wanted to create anyway. Or like some other idea or form of content in what you wanted to get involved with. Some of you guys, it could be Substack. All right. There's birds. They've been communicating quite uniquely in the hours. And so I've been loving it. I know that has something to do with, not my cough, but I know that has something to do with like some of the hurricanes in the areas and things, but I smell like gas a little bit, like the healthy gas. I don't do bad gas. I do things to help with my PTSD and a lot of pain that I have already. It's healthy. And it's not illegal, but if y'all were curious. But yeah, I'm doing good otherwise, and I pray all is well with you guys. I'm going to close this message out here with a last message about something blooming here with this. There's going to be, Lulu would often say, a veil is lifting to the door of value sometimes. Lulu from House of Oshun, if you're not familiar. But there's something here with this door of value. Climbing those steps is the next step sometimes, and something that she's brought out. Sometimes when you have a cloud over it, it can roll over, and you have something that may appear there. It was something that came through in one of the messages at some point in time, and I started seeing it here like a vision. So this one having these beautiful stars instead of clouds, and it's really nice. It's serene, and it's very real. Like, it's the most beautiful sky you could imagine type of a thing. And it's like these stairs that you're going to be going towards. And for some of you guys, it may be something that really is happening for you, that somebody has envisioned for you to experience, and you actually experience it. And for some of you guys, it's happening in the dream state, okay? So it's really beautiful, but it's actually going to come to reality though. Like, it's going to be one of those things, it'll be brought into your existence, but really beautiful. Because I especially love you know, stargazing and stuff like that. But nevertheless, those were all of your messages that wanted to come through today. I'm not going to pull out a card of advice because this was it for you guys. I was told to especially keep it a little bit smaller for myself because I'm needing a rest. But those are your messages. I hope and pray that it resonated with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I would love to read for your energy. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Many blessings to you. Take care for June. Love and light to you guys. Bye.